Hey guys, what's up? It's Devin here with DW Golf Co. and we're back for another exciting rundown of Mammoth Pass. We're gonna build out hole number 5 this time. At least plot it out, give us a fairway. So far we have 1 through 4 all decked out. We got everything from tee boxes, bunkers, fairways, a little bit of rough, and the step theme course. I like to kind of mix up my themes and kind of see we got a little bit of everything here on holes 1 through 4. Might add some rough right there just to finish that hole off once we get there. But here we are, hole number 5. This is a par 4. 479 is where it's currently running. 479. So we'll see kind of how that shapes up. See if maybe we bring this little river creek thing a little bit over here, maybe give it a fork. That way it makes more sense to have the hole tighter to these holes over here. Who knows? So what we'll do here to start out with, we'll bump in here. May actually shorten this up just a little bit so it makes sense as far as routing goes. We'll move this guy up a little bit closer to that green over there. We aren't having to go quite as far. Brings us up to 448. If we can maybe move this waypoint in just a little bit straighter. 444. For those who like 4s, this might be your hole. All right, let's go ahead and flatten this out just a bit, as we do. Push it down just about a foot. Give us a nice level spot there. Let's flatten out some of this right in front of the tee box. That way we don't have to worry about it later. There we go. Still have all sorts of kind of hills, undulation, and whatnot throughout, but bring this up to level. We are dealing with water right in the middle of everything. So, all right, here we go. Let's see what we got going on here. Got our tee box in place, like that. Maybe we should add some fairway to it. Do a little brush, a little circular brush for all of our tee boxes. Just circular fairway brush. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too wild going on there. I like that. Like that. So now what we want to do is get our green going. Just going to spline this one out. And maybe this one's kind of a little something that kind of teardrops back toward the river a little bit. All right, so now we just need to smooth this out a little bit smoother. It has it propped up there a little bit. We'll kind of see if that's what we want to do. I'm going to say that's probably not what we want to do. Push the front down a little bit. It's a little bit more level. Not to get it too crazy. Level action going on. Smooth that out. Still have a good front to back. A side shelf that kind of pushes everything off over here. It'll be fun to play with that. Right, so we got a little interesting little green shape here. We'll flatten this off a little bit here. And try to give it a true shelf here in the back. Yeah, I think we just supplement that a little bit with a little bit of bit of fairway kind of stuff going on back here. That should help us out a lot. Okay, now let's plot that fairway we were just talking about. Here, create add, create surface. We're going to create fairway. We're going to spline this guy. And so, unlike the other holes that we've had the last couple ones where we have kind of geographical things that are stopping us from going too far off with our fairway, this one we're going to completely wrap around, at least wrap it closer to kind of that line. Apologize for the dog. He's really excited about people riding their bikes nearby. And, you know, sometimes that happens. Sometimes I bark at people riding their bikes nearby, just for fun. I'm going to have that stop right there. Maybe narrow up a little bit here. And kind of weave its way back around here. I like that. At least for starters, I like that. We'll see. Go ahead and smooth this out. Smooth the path. Toggle that second surface. Give it some rough. Secondary width 3.5. I feel like that's almost too narrow, just in general. I think up here we end up making it hole 1. Secondary is 5. So we may come back to that just site wide. See if we can settings, depth width. That's not exactly what we want. So many whole settings we can. Nope. All right. There's no universal settings, so I may just have to go back individually and kind of do that. Smooth these guys out just a little bit. We aren't completely just running off into nothingness. Okay, and there we go. There's at least a fairway. Something that could be potentially a golf hole. Right there. Sculpt this out a little bit. And we'll get something that we can actually play. Get that sight line a little bit better. I think we can actually build this up a little bit more using that cool, call it the mountain brush. Build that up. And just kind of turn it a little bit, maybe lengthen it. Q, get off the thing instead of there. That just adds a little something interesting to it. Let's see how far we are right here. We're about 311 to the tee from here. I'm going to flatten it out just a touch the other way. That little rock wall idea there. Just kind of push through that. That's looking pretty nice. Excuse me. All right, so here we go on hole number 5. We're just sculpting this guy out. I feel like it's right now it's kind of plain Jane. Let's put a little ridge, I think, maybe right here. Sometimes just throwing in a little bit of undulation goes a long ways on holes like this. You can make it a little bit more like that. I think that's a little too much. Just drop a foot right there. That's not ridiculous, but it's enough to show that it's not a flat hole. Not a flat hole, but not exactly the bumpiest hole. Let's try throwing up a little bit more height right here. Okay. Filling that a little bit. And so I can't go too crazy here because right now this hole is playing pretty darn close there. What we may do is just kind of update this routing so that we aren't in our own way. Move that down here. I'll get pretty close to the water there. I think that'll be cool. There's some potential to be a pretty cool hole. Playing down toward the water. Right now it's 110. I don't know if that's how long I want it to be. Like 138. That's solid. I think it's a little bit more that we can do with kind of the shapes and whatnot of the land right here. Maybe we can raise this up just a little bit. Use our something like this maybe makes sense. That's kind of cool. Some neat little things, and then drop this down just a little. So we have kind of a little bowl back there, a rock bowl. Hit the water, but it's kind of a canyon wall of sorts. I think that kind of makes it look cool. It gives us some nice jagged walls here along the way as well, and just flatten some of this a little bit. And we'll depress it. Because we're depressing people sometimes. Jacked up the entire green right there. One thing to watch out for whenever you're sculpting, don't jack up the green that you already flooded. These are good rules to live by. Don't jack up things that you already built. And here I'm just rotating as I'm going along the side, so it's got kind of a sharp edge right there. So not have that happen. It's definitely not what we want. The bigger the brush, the softer the contour that you're creating. Don't really have a problem with that. So if you're going off the back over there, you're definitely going off the back. Collection area there kind of helps you grab some errant shots and whatnot. Go backboard, just a little bowl down here. Makes sense to me. And the back side of the screen is just running away. Running away. Maybe a little too much. Right here in the immediate. Still got that ridge running kind of back and across. Got that ridge that's kind of catching balls coming this way. There's not really a flat spot on the screen. Just less curved spots I'm seeing. I'm not terribly beat up about that. I'm upset. Greens don't have to be crazy contoured, but they also don't have to be completely flat. And this green's not completely flat. We got a couple flat spots, a couple of curvy spots. Could just spice things up a little bit. Push a little trough down here. up there maybe. It's good to kind of look at where things are along the beaten path here. This one I can probably push that guy down a little bit. That's kind of neat. I think we can throw a bunker in right here. Kind of cool. Maybe throw a bunker over here on this side as well. There we're sitting about 315, 314. We just threw it right there. So let's go ahead and add some bunkers. One of these kind of brushes. I really like to just play with bunker brushes. Sometimes it works out well, sometimes it does not. That was starting. You kind of make your own shapes a lot of times. That's kind of neat. A little chevron action. Not one of the included brush styles. And sometimes you don't know if a particular brush will work out well for what you're wanting all the time. So it's good to just trial and error that. Let's throw this one here, kind of guarding that front right side, right edge there. Not sure if I can get much closer. See how close I can get before it starts kicking me out. So, hey, you can't put a bunker there. That's pretty good. Right there is pretty good. Maybe throw one a little long too, just in case. Maybe one right here along the side. Like that. One right here. With a second one that's similar. But a little different over here. That's not really doing anything for us. We did it right here though. Get a little bit of, what makes this bunker look huge? If I need this bunker right here, that's the one. Brush 6. Good one. This one will do. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I'm digging that. Let's go ahead and rough in these areas that didn't get as much rough. I'll spline this just to go a little bit faster. Spline it a little too far. That's okay. Smooth that path out just a little bit. Looks nice. Kind of looks like a piece of toast. I'm okay with that. Alright, creating surface. We're going to go rough again. Spline it. This one I'm actually going to extend to go beyond just one bunker. I think I can cover both bunkers with the spline. Shouldn't cost me any more in terms of memory or any of that. It'll help us just be consistent. Okay. Close that. Fill it. Smooth it out. That looks bad at all. Do the same here and surface rough. Spline it. Just right along. This guy. Close it. Fill it. Smooth it. One more time for this guy, unless I hit the wrong button. Then we won't do it. Rough. Spline it. Let's see, what's going to be the best way to do this guy? Forget about that. 8, close path. 9, fill path. 5, smooth path. Alright, so now it's kind of taking some shape. I may drop this part right here just so we can see this bunker a little bit better. somebody's reaching this one, then they bond at 379. That's pretty good. Okay. Bring this up to about just losing a couple feet here. Up front, just let it. And I like that so much. Let's go to this rounded fuzzy brush. Process. We're going to shrink up that brush. It's good to not have light sand, but I think the light sand just kind of matches everything a little bit better for this one. I was going to start with that dark gray sand. You saw that early on if you watched the creation of holes 1 and 2, the routing especially. Somewhere in that process I dumped it. I don't know that I necessarily announced that I dumped it, but I did dump it, and I feel better that it's this lighter color of sand. Almost feel good about that. It's a little bit more shallow in the front. Deeper the closer you get to that. I have a nice good bunker set up right there. Bottom side here. Can't see this one as well, but that's okay. I'm just gonna even out the back side here. That way it's clear that there's bunkers, even if you can't see that one. Okay. Shrink up that brush. Feel good about that. Okay. Now we're just gonna draw with that bunker brush, or that fuzzy brush, right in that bunker. Make it look as natural as we can. Same here. Pretty solid. All right, now let's add some more pin locations. There we go. Pin 1. Make pin 1 fairly easy. We'll put it kind of front left. I'm going to add more. So pin 2, back left. Pin 3, back right. And pin 4. Solid pin positions for this particular hole. Kind of a view of it back here. What we're looking at. I'm liking where that's going. Let's go ahead and play test this hole. Let's play test this hole with the Screaming Kid. Hold on 1 second. I will be back. All right, so we got this guy loaded up. All right, here we go. Screaming Kid in the background for added effect. This is what we do when we're parents and we're building games. So right now I can already tell that right there is hard to see that bunker sitting back here at about 300. So that's something I'll want to look at. Try to take notes as I play test this so that I can get a good idea, get a good feel for what needs to change. Ooh, hit a dead spot in that dirt. Just kind of got nothing. We got 129 left, 4 feet down. Like this. Don't like that. That little hill there. Have to smooth that out. I'm glad I mishit that for that. That's going to end up in that bunker. Yep. That's how it's supposed to work right there. Mishit. Your reward is that you get a terrible lie. Let's try to whack it out. Nice little splash shot there. Easy putt. Alright, let's go back. Edit course. We're going to go back here to hole 5. really overall I'm pretty happy with that first play test, being able to see what was working and what wasn't. Let's see if I can kind of push down some of this land right here. I may even relief it a little bit. Do one of these. Something like that. Don't want to get too crazy with it. So that makes it a little bit more visible. Yeah, it's a little better. Let's go ahead and smooth it out too while we're at it. So we'll just level it out. Push that down. Over here. We got all sorts of screaming going on. People who want to eat. We got people who are making games. We got other people who are trying to wrangle everybody. My wife is the patron saint. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. That's a lot better. I like that. Alright, so I feel better about that whole, as always, this is just kind of the starting point, just kind of the rough draft. Ernest Hemingway always said, famous author, first like 7 iterations of anything is crap, and so just keep that in mind. Takes a bit to kind of work your way into it and get it going. So, all right, that's hole number 5. We played it once. We'll play it many more times as we go through this process. It is a tedious process, but in the end, I like to feel like it's worth it. I think this is going to be a really cool course. My first that's kind of deserty, kind of that step theme course. And so until next time, DW out.